Mela. Welcome to our ceramic tile self-portrait project. This is going to be for a mural. If you don't know what a mural is basically a large picture placed on a wall. And each one of you is going to make a self-portrait on a ceramic tile today. This is for the placing on the wall, so you want to make sure that you do a good job because this is going to be on the wall for a very long time, for years and years. This is in celebration of Millwood's 50th. So for our art supplies today, you will need a pencil. You'll need the template of a 4x4 tile. You may or may not need this, but I will provide a body template and a head and shoulders template, depending on what kind of self-portrait you want to make. You may want to make your from head to toe, or you may just want to make it like a head to shoulders. So I have some help for those that may struggle with drawing a body figure. So there's help for that. You'll need your tile. You'll need permanent markers. One of them will be a thin line and the rest of them will be color. One thin line for the black line and the other for coloring. And you'll need workable fixative. And you'll also need some alcohol pads. The alcohol pads are in case you make a mistake with the permanent marker on the tile, you can still erase. So these are basically our erasers on tile in case something happens, we make a mistake, we have to start over, or we need to fix something. That's what the alcohol pads are, because the alcohol will remove the permanent marker off the top. So with that in mind, let's grab your art supplies and I'm going to walk you through the steps of making your self-portrait on a ceramic tile. So grab them and let's go. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to draw your self-portrait. You want to, if anything, you need to practice it on paper. So you're going to end up with a 4x4 tile. It'll probably be wider than this, but this is what I had in the art studio to use. And I've made you a handout. If you are good at drawing people, which I know some of you are, and even if you want it like anime looking, that's fine because it's your art. You don't need a template because you can draw these people. You don't need assistance. But some of us struggle, and sometimes even Mrs. Christy struggles with people because it's not the thing, it's not one of the things that I'm the best at is people. I'm better at other things, but people are difficult. And that's okay. If you have difficulty, I have something to help you. So you got to choose, are you going to do a whole body or are you going to do a face portrait where it's just like a school portrait where it is just taking a picture of your shoulders and up. I did on another tile, just to give you an idea. On this tile, I drew myself as a whole body. You're working on a 4x4, so of course she's a little bigger than what you would do, but anyway, there's that. So this is kind of what will happen when it's all done. You'll have color and you'll have your tile drawn, but we'll work on our steps to get there. So the first thing is, so if you're using the template, all you have to do is take this, the portrait template, and you put it under there and you see through, okay? So if you didn't get a whole bunch of these, you can share them because you're not really drawing on them. You can trace it and you can see through. If you're having trouble see through, you can use windows or lights to help you, but it's pretty easy to see through the copy paper. So you're going to trace your portrait, okay? So we have a base. Oh, you also need to make sure you put your name on your work, right? Mrs. Christy. That way, in case you step away from it, you drop it, you still can get it back. And there's not an argument on whose is whose. So the first thing you need to start when you're drawing a picture of yourself is you need to draw your eyes. Eyes are shaped kind of like a football. They're football shaped, and they have a circle in the center for your iris. And then you have another circle in there for your pupil if you want. Okay. You can, I have glasses. So let's say you have glasses. This is a good time before you start adding eyebrows and eyelashes and all that to do that. So you get the bridge of your nose for your glasses. And then you're going to draw basically the shape of your glasses. Mine are kind of rounded around your eyes. And this is the good thing about drawing this on paper first is I can fix mistakes. So if I'm seeing something I'm not liking, I can fix it. If you want to put eyelashes on, just little curl lines, that may be hard to do when you get to the tile. You have eyebrows. Eyebrows go above the eye. And then your nose. I like to, for the simplicity of this, you can draw, if you want to try to complicate, but I want you to keep in mind you're going to have to transfer this over to a tile. So the simpler you make your drawing, the easier it is to color. So for just a simple nose, you can just do the simple bent U shaped nose. And then there you go. Then you have your mouth, and you make your mouth do anything you want. If you want, some people like to put teeth on their mouth. I'm gonna make it, my mouth kind of open, like I'm smiling. Okay. Next is, ears. Ears are really right by our eyes. If you take your eye and you go straight back, the first thing you'll touch is your ear. So your ears go on the side of your head. Okay, so this is hair. Hair can go different for a lot of people. So I'm not really drawing Mrs. Christy right now. I'm drawing some different versions of hair. I may be erasing some. Okay, hairline. Boys, we know we have our edges. If you think about those lines for your edges, this looks funny. This is Christy with an edge. I know you're all laughing now. I am too. So you have your edges. Okay, for girls, we don't really have straight edges. Our edges are kind of feathered, so your lines don't have to be all straight. You can make, because this is a part of your eye. Your eyes go in the center. Technically, this is your head has the rest of your hair. So you have, if you're a girl, you could sit there and kind of make a curved line to go over there. And then if you have like a poofy, like a poof on top, and I know some of us boys have a man bun. You can make your man bun. Some of us have braids, and you can draw your braids like that. Let's say she has braids. This is Christy with braids. Okay, that's funny. I have bangs, and some of us do have bangs, and bangs, you would just draw the lines going down. So hair, you draw your hair how you need your hair. Don't make it too complicated because we have to transfer this over to the tile. The next step is you need to figure out what kind of neckline your shirt is going to have. Is it going to be a V-neck? Is it going to be rounded? You also could start adding jewelry, like if you wanted a necklace. I'm wearing a scarf today. I could make a scarf. You make your necklace. You can make this like, if you want to not make a necklace and you wanted to make like a stripes or something in your shirt, Or you want to keep it like you have your red uniform on, you can make your collar like that, okay? So that's the step one, is really you got to draw your portrait. This is the part where you can figure out what you like, what you don't like, what needs to be fixed. This is where things are still fixable. The next step, you're going to take the back of your paper, you're going to shade it in really good. We're going to be using the carbon from our pencil to transfer our drawing to our ceramic tile. Okay. You might want to go the other way too, just for good measure. All right, this is the part where you're going to transfer, you got your tile, and you're going to transfer this over here. Now, you want to make sure that your edge of your square lines up. You might want to fold it around the tile like that, where your big sides are folded, and fold it so that the paper doesn't move on you. Just kind of fold it back. And for the little kids, your teacher might need to help you a little bit. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to start transferring your drawing. So basically, I'm going to trace over all of my lines. I need to make sure I trace over all of them. If it helps and you have like an ink pen, you could do it in ink pen and trace over it. So you know what lines you traced over. And this part's going to take a little while. So I will probably speed up the video. I don't know why I did braids. All right, so now you can see where I traced. I'm going to erase some of this lines. You can wipe it with your finger. You can see I forgot to do the eye, so you can come in with your pencil. And if this isn't working for you to trace over, and you're basically one of those kids that can transfer your picture over, then just use your pencil. You can go straight pencil on here. It's okay. Look and make sure you have what you want, because you're fixing to outline everything in a fine point marker. And I made myself with a cute poof. I think that's what I want. I want a cute little poof on top of my head, like I have an updo, like a pump right there. But I don't want a braid. I don't want a braid sticking out. So anyway, okay, so we have that. So we've transferred our picture over. Now you are going to take your fine point marker and outline with the fine point marker, which mine has rolled off the island. Let me see if I have one, this one. So we have our fine point marker. You're going to start outlining your lines with the marker. You may have to come back and retouch these if you've messed some of the lines up as you were coloring. But I think it helps to have this line to help you color. When you color, you want to be very careful not to smudge. Everything you draw on the tile, it will smudge. Okay, for example, I'm just going to draw over here. And look, if you touch it, it starts coming off and smudging, okay? So you got to be careful what you're doing. think I'm gonna wait to put, some lines you might wanna wait and put on after, like I think I'm gonna wait and put my bangs on later after, till I get that colored. So we have our face traced. And you might want to wait a little bit before you color to make sure that the lines dry a little bit. And that might help with some of the smudge. All right. So, the next part is the color. You'll have different, this is just what I had on hand. You'll have different markers, of course. You have to use permanent markers. You can't use Crayola markers. You have to use permanent. Okay, my hair is, I've been using this color for my hair because it's got that red in it. I know my hair is darker than this, but it's the closest thing I could get. So you want to color, you want to make sure that you don't bump up too close. You want to just color right up to that edge of that line. Kinders, be very careful. This is permanent marker. It will stain your clothes. And this is why I said I wanted to wait for those lines, because those pencil lines that I put there for my bangs are already smudged off after I colored over it. And I'm being very careful what I'm touching. So now if I want those lines back, I can come in and add them in. Okay, see what I did there? Your skin. You should have lots of browns. I do not have a good brown Sharpie, guys, or I would color myself brown to show you. But when I'm making this video, I looked at all my brown Sharpies and they were all dry. So I'm gonna kind of show you with this peach flesh color Sharpie, which is amazingly enough close to the color that my tile is. Your tiles are gonna be white. So if you see on the other tile that I did, you just be very careful going around things, okay? Just be very careful. Like if you use glasses, be very careful not to smudge your glasses. See, I've already smudged my face a little bit. Be careful around your nose. You may even like skip drawing your nose and then come back and fill it in. See, I've gotten some black in with my skin color, so now that you can see it's changed. I can't tell if you can tell on the screen, but okay, so you're gonna color that in, and then if you need to retouch anything, you can come back with your fine marker and retouch it. Make my red lips. Sorry guys, there is a group passing by the art studio as I'm filming this. You can color your shirt. I think I'm going to go with green because that's what I got here. So you can color your shirt in. And you keep your strokes close together and color it in. Be careful not to touch, like keep your hands off of it as much as you possibly can to keep yourself from smudging your work. Okay. Oh, make sure you color your neck, because I just realized I didn't color my neck, guys. Your neck is the same color as your face. I think I'm gonna make a maroon color. Okay, so your shirt can look however you want. Okay, and if you're drawing your body, you can keep in mind that you'll need, I drew my apron, but you'll need pants and your shirt. If you want to put something in your hand, you may have space. You should have space for it if you want to put something in your hand. All right. If you want to add some kind of design to the background of your tile, you're welcome to do that too. I have that smudge mark where I showed you, you know, if you wanted to add like some dots, maybe add some dots, or I don't know. You can be as creative as some hearts. You guys are all creative. You all know how to draw shapes. Even the pre-K kids know how to draw different things. So you can make your doodle, make sure that it's appropriate. You'll have space on the side. You should have space on your side even if you did a whole body portrait. Because like even on this one, I still have space if I wanted to add more to it. Okay. I think I want my eyes to be a little greener. So I'm going to come in and add green eyes because I have hazel green eyes. This is your tile. You make sure it looks, if by chance you're working and you make a mistake, there's something that you don't like, I'm gonna make a mistake. Ooh, I made a mistake. So that's what these alcohol wipes are for, guys. You take an alcohol wipe, it's like your eraser, and you wipe it gently off, okay? Make sure you're throwing them away, not keeping them on your teacher's floor. You'd probably be able to use it a couple of times before it's gone. Alcohol wipes dry fast too. Okay, she's kind of cute. All right, so if you have questions, oops, see, I made a mistake right there. I touched that. So if you have any questions while you're working, feel free to reach out to me. You can have somebody send me a message on Band, or you can have somebody walk down, write your question down and bring it to me, or if it's okay with your teacher, I'm available. I want to be available to you. So have fun with this. This is in art we call a legacy project, because it's going to be up for years. Once we get these tiles up, they're going to be up for years. So have fun, do your best, and I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Have a great day. So this part is for teachers only. When your kids are done, have the tiles sitting to the side. Before you do this next step, make sure that the ink is totally kind of dry. Ink dries pretty fast. You can do it quickly, or you can do it like the next day or whenever is convenient. You probably want to go outside to do this part. You're going to take that workable fixative. It's a stinky, smelly stuff. And you're going to lightly spray. I'm going to put some paper underneath this before, and I'm going to show you. You're just going to put a light coat of spray on top. Ooh. And then leave it alone. Workable fixative keeps it from smudging. But it's still workable after that. This keeps it from moving. It keeps it from smudging. And it'll keep the tiles looking great over time. If you do not feel comfortable doing that part, I'll be happy to do it for you. Just let me know if you need help. Teachers, students, thank you. You guys are just great, awesome. Appreciate it. And can't wait to see what these look like when they're all done and on the wall. Oops, sorry, I'm moving the camera a lot. So there we go. You can also see it's kind of bleeding a little bit.
That's why I don't want to touch it. So once it's been sprayed, don't touch it. And it stinks in the art studio right now. Anyway, have fun. Let me know if you have questions, and I'll see you next time. Bye.